Okay, well this is what I'm calling the Whisper solenoid engine. Because listen how quiet that is. Barely makes any noise at all. And what I did was I sleeved the coil with a paper straw, and then the magnet runs in the paper straw. And I used silicone lubricant on it to make it really, really quiet. Now, there's a couple of different things on this engine than I showed on the last engine. I moved the reed switch away from the magnets that are going in and out of there and put it out here with a separate magnet on the push rod. And that helped with the reliability. And then I went to a much finer wire on the coil. I went to 34 gauge, measures 50 ohms on that sewing machine bobbin. And this is the simple circuit here. Just freeze frame this and you can see what's going on. It'll run from 1.5 volts at about 20 milliamps. Common reed switch you can get anywhere, eBay, Amazon, wherever. Nothing sophisticated. The coil of wires wrapped on a plastic sewing machine bobbin, and that's a paper straw, and I'm using silicone lubricant. The little magnets, I didn't measure them, but they fit inside the straw fairly loosely, so that they slide back and forth really easily. And then as the little magnet here, which is not attached, it's just held by magnetism so you can adjust it. As it goes by the reed switch, it turns on the circuit. It energizes the coil and moves that magnet back and forth. And then it goes through this bell crank system and turns the wheel. I've got it running right here on a 4 farad 2.7 volt supercapacitor. It runs about 20 minutes, which is a much better runtime than on my other models. But anyway, that's what I'm calling the Whisper solenoid engine. Here again, because it's so quiet. The actuating rods, the axle here and the push rod are just bent up paper clips, large paper clip. And this is the small paper clip, this is the large paper clip. I 3D printed this, and of course the flywheel. You could make this out of a paper tube if you wanted to just roll up a paper tube, and of course this you could make out of a piece of cardboard even if you wanted to. And then on the paper tube you poke the hole and then put crazy glue on the paper, and it makes a real slick bearing if you didn't want to go this route. I may redo the 3D print here so it runs smoother, but that's basically the concept here. Really, really simple, but amazingly efficient. And like I say, I've got this down pretty good, so I'm getting a 20-minute runtime on a 4 farad supercapacitor. And it'll run from 1.5 to 3 volts at 20 milliamps. It's not great. I mean, compared to my other pulse motors, this is not very efficient, but it's much better than I've been able to do before. And I just got a kick out of this because it was so quiet. So I called it the Whisper. Thanks for watching.